All right, so I'm gonna redo this one. Now I'm actually driving, so I'm not gonna be looking at the camera a lot. I'm gonna be looking on the road. It's the proper way to drive. 10 and 2, which they now tell you is incorrect. I don't know. Anyway, I started this video on the ferry, on the boat, because I thought it would be a cool background. Get a video with me with the water passing in the background. You know, just change the scenery. You know, too many fat old white men filming videos from their pickup trucks. Okay, so, but that's what you get. Sorry. Anyway, I started it on the ferry because up to this point, my back and forth between New Hampshire and New York, I've been driving through the city and gritting my teeth and hating every second of it. I hated it. So today was the first day I took the ferry ever. I have not been on the ferry yet. This was my first trip on the Cross Sound ferry. I will not drive through the city again. I'll pay the money. I was reluctant to pay the cost simply because, you know, $80 to cross the sound. I'm like, man, that's a lot of money. And then if you start bringing passengers, they tack it on. Forget it. And that's one way. It's worth it. It's worth. Okay, you pay the Throgs Neck or the Whitestone Bridge. You pay the toll there. You've got the stress of driving through that. Forget it. It's taken me forever. I think driving through the city is just as long as that hour and a half spent on the boat, but it's stress-free. I'm sitting there, I'm having a Coca-Cola, checking my emails, taking care of work. But the whole point of this, what I wanted to bring up was I started a video while I was on the ferry, and I wanted to talk about traffic. I wanted to talk about, you know, when I drove up through and the comparison between the two. I was just making a little thing. Now, if I were editing these and doing these properly as an actual YouTube channel, you know, I'd show the before and after, and I'd have the different footage, and it would look a lot better than just looking at my ugly mug. But the whole thing went up in smoke the minute I started to talk. And it's because I don't do any staging or prep on this. It's just, you know, what grinds my gears, Peter Griffin style. You know, I riff on whatever's in my mind. So while I was driving up to New Hampshire, had an absolute rant ready to go about traffic, about people leaving too much space, about people, you know, about just proper driving etiquette, and how I'm the only one, you know, you and I are the only ones who know how to drive. Everyone else stinks. So the minute I hit record on the ferry, where I was like, okay, now this is where I'm going to say it, it was gone. I forgot exactly what I was going to say. You know, I knew the sentiment, so I started recording, but I lost the matters of what I thought was important. And that's why I'm making this video, to point out the other one's not going to post because it's a failure. It was, you know, I had to stop halfway through because I couldn't recall what I was saying. And you guys hear enough ums and ahs and hesitations and pauses. You don't need, you know, 3 minutes of me figuring out what I was going to say. And that's the point. If you give something a little bit of time, give it a gap, man. Don't fly off the handle and start screaming right away. Give it some time, and you turn out that a lot of the things you bitch about that are so darn important all the time, you're going to forgive it or forget it in a couple hours. It's gone. Don't dwell on it, man. So I'm sure the next time I'm in traffic, I'm going to grit my teeth and start yelling at people in my little, you know, my little world, my bubble. But maybe just give it 5 minutes. Forget about it. So, all right. Anyway, I'm back on the island for a couple of weeks and away from the family. But the U-Hauls are empty. The pods are empty. Now we just got to put everything where it belongs. And, you know, I still got a lot of work ahead of me. But not so much lifting and putting. So, all right. Love you guys.